Okay, this is a reading for Virgo, for a certain Virgo. Okay. So someone messaged me today and wanted a reading from me. She wanted it on my Facebook Live, but I'm just gonna be recording this because I honestly ran out of my subscription for the premium, so I can't do the live yet. Okay, so reading for Virgo. This is going to be a general reading for a certain Virgo. Angel guys, spirit guys, give me a reading for Virgo here. Okay, now let's start with your current energy. For your current energy, we have the card. We have the Six of Wands. For the Six of Wands, your current energy is, well, you're pretty confident right now, and you're experiencing progress. You probably have some successful business dealing, or it could be it's also possible that you are recognized publicly. You're being you're on a you are triumphant right now. So that is your energy. You have earned everyone on your successes. What else is in your current energy right now? What else is in Virgo's current energy right now? Holy angels, Holy Spirits, give me a card for my Virgo. So for my Virgo, oh no, although you are feeling, although you are triumphant in your dealings right now, you also at the same time feel stagnant. And you feel like there's no change. It's the same thing over and over again, and you want change. I'm feeling that you are feeling a little bit bored, and you also have that feeling that you can't, you know, that you're you can't move. Of course you can move, but what I mean to say is, it's hard for you to really do what you want to do right now, and you are forced to change that. So, although you're successful, it's almost like an empty success. You feel like it's an empty success because of the stagnation that you feel right now as well. Okay, and because of that, we have the Five of Wands. Because of that, it's creating an argument, an inner, or it could be an inner conflict or an outer conflict. It could be something that you're dealing with deep inside. You're struggling. You're struggling with, because you can't. It's hard to celebrate success when when it's empty, when you feel empty deep inside, or when you feel stagnated. There's too much and because of this, there's too much. There's too much conflict that you're dealing with yourself. There's tension. I don't know where this tension is coming from, but I feel like there's conflict around you right now, and you're struggling. And so what you're just doing is you're just taking life as it comes, both the negative and positive. So, you know, just telling yourself that it is what it is. What else? It would have been nice if we are on face to face right now, and okay. Also, I don't know if this is you or someone in your energy, or someone that you are thinking about, or if this could be a person, is being animalistic, controlling. I don't know if that's you. Are you being controlling, or is it someone who's trying to control you right now, or is being controlling in your life right now? And someone, either you or this person, is experiencing or feeling misery, feeling dull, being you feeling corrupted, like like cheated on or corrupted on. Yeah. Um, I don't feel this is you, but someone around you or your person is, or just someone you're thinking of right now is a bit materialistic and it's pissing you off. And because of that, you feel, I don't know if you're feeling self-pity right now. You're being really quiet. You feel like it's a waste of time, it's a waste of energy. No matter what you do, no matter what the success is, it still feels empty. There is disunity happening. And this could be in your family or extended family, or this could be with the people that you consider your family. Now, for your recent past, let us check your recent past. Sorry, I kept on. My screen keeps getting dark on me. I feel like if I don't touch my screen, it's going to turn off, and you won't. And my video is going to be cut off. I don't want to waste my video. I don't want to do this all over again. I'm pretty tired, but I promise to read, so I'm reading. And if you're not satisfied with a reading, I can always give you a reading tomorrow when I'm well rested. Okay. Okay. Go. So in the distant past, you were feeling weak. There were lots of doubts, impatient. You're probably waiting for something, or there was a lot of pettiness, repression in the distant past. You felt pretty weak, like there's nothing that you can do about it, that situation. I wonder what's that situation, you would know what that situation is for you. Oops, that's too much cards. But I've got 4 cards here. In the display, we have the Devil card. Well, you know what this Devil card means. It is our addictions, or this could be materialism, bondage, or obsession over something. This is something that we need to get rid of. It could also be it could also mean depression again. You're repressing a lot of things. See, the first card that came out for your recent past, not the recent, I mean in your distant past, is this trend in reverse, which is also repression. And this card, the Devil in the upright, also means repression. You have those feelings that you're repressing. It's you're keeping to yourself, and you need an outlet. But the outlet that you're doing, I feel like it's getting out of control. The Devil card could mean no judgment here, but it could be, it could be excessive smoking, shopping, drugs, alcohol, or gossiping. Anything that is a vice, anything that is, that you're doing too much, just to, it could be for a pastime, or it could be to will let you forget about what you're dealing with right now, but you're doing it excessively. Another card that came out for your distant past is the 4 of Cups. Now, the 4 of Cups, this is a card of contemplation, being closed off, or lacking lacking the what do you call this, the want to risk, like, just it's like what was the term, kind of bang, I can't even remember the term in Bisaya. It's keeping it safe, that's it, yeah. And aside from that, you're bored. I don't know if you're doing if you're doing devices because you're bored, or you're bored of your life because it's repeating the same cycle, you know, and you're demotivated. You're not motivated anymore, and you weren't motivated anymore. We also have the Queen of Swords in reverse for your distant past. Um, Someone is cruel. I don't know if this is you. Maybe not. I don't think so. But someone around you is overbearing, and someone is bitter. Or I don't know if you're bitter. They shouldn't. You should stop yourself. This is not good. You see, the like I always say, the universe will only read energy. If you give that feeling of bitterness towards someone because you're wanting your life to be better, what the universe will read or will see is the bitterness, the struggle. So it will give you struggle. It will think that it's what you want, right? Um, someone is very unreliable in the distant past. Um, this is someone who's cruel and critical. It could also be in a critical um, condition. In the recent past, you know, the reason why we talk about the distant past and the recent past is for you to understand why you're feeling what you're feeling right now, like how you don't feel any happiness. Why your success feels empty. It's because of what's happened in the distant past and the recent past. But you should look at it a different way. You know, like don't get discouraged. Look at what you have not done or what you could have done better, and maybe do it now, right? Okay. Ooh. Now, in the recent past, you have the World card, which explains it. You had the success, but again, it felt empty. You even have the Two of Wands. You had the Justice, but it feels empty. You had you had good planning. You made plans, but you don't feel motivated at all. Um, you were recognized for something, and it's still happening right now, right? Like your current energy, it's you were recognized for something that you do good. You have the mastery. You're so good at what you're doing, but you feel bored. You're just not happy. You just I keep on thinking about the word empty. I feel like you feel empty deep inside. But you know, it's the Mercury retrograde. It gives you that feeling of emptiness, anxiety, and depression. If you're an empath, try to know the difference between your feeling and other people's feelings. It could be the other people's feelings that you're feeling. You know, you're probably mirroring how they feel. Now, the possible outcome for this is well, we have the Five of Cups. Now, for the Five of Cups, it's a card of grief. It's a card of loss. So if well, which makes sense. If you feel empty, you feel like, you know, you'll be grieving your success because you don't feel what's success if you're not gonna enjoy it, right? It's just nothing special. You want but you should stop that one because you know possibly this could make you depressed or desperation, um, and you know and if you keep on feeling empty, you know how you love to. I feel like you're the type of person who loves to take risks. It might stop you from taking risks again. And you know, if you don't take risk, how are you going to know if something will work out or not, right? We can't keep on playing it safe. Um, we're no longer kids. Kids don't even play it safe. They like it, and that's why children are 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 they don't have any problems. They're happy because they just do whatever they want to do. Um, what causes? I think what causes our sadness or depression or the feeling of lack or emptiness is the lack of is us not being able to do what we want to do because we let fear control us, and that's not good. You have to, you just, things happen for a reason. If if what you're expecting hasn't come right now, even if you're giving a lot, it's it's because you know um God has something better for you, and you just not. And but I really feel that this is the Mercury retrograde happening right now. It's um portals are open, um and there's uh the portals thinning out. There's gonna be um we all need to awaken. There's gonna be moving into the new world. I'm gonna talk about that. If you're not familiar with that one, you could check out Facebook. No, not Facebook. I mean, YouTube. It's I don't want to get sidetracked, but yeah, I feel like it's just the energy around the universe right now that's giving you this emptiness. I mean, you have the world card. Why would you feel empty? And if you keep hanging on to that feeling, this is one of the possible outcome. You have the Two of Swords in reverse. You're gonna make, which is a card of bad choices or disloyalty and misinterpretation. So, just be yourself. Here's an advice. What I used to always do before growing up is I work and think and decide like an adult, but I play like a child. What that means for me is, when I play, I play. I don't care. I don't give an F if they think I'm stupid, as long as I'm having fun. But when it's time to work and when it's time to plan things, then I am dead serious about it. Um, just take it easy. I feel like you're being so hard on yourself lately. It is what it is. Things happen for a reason. You may not appreciate it right now, but I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure that you will in, days from now, months from now, years from now. In the near future, let's get your card for the near future. So in the near future, we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Because of that empty success, if you won't stop feeling that way, there's a possibility you're going to be wasteful. You won't, because you don't feel you don't feel your success. It's an empty success, so you feel that it's not important. You're just going to waste it all. And it's unrealistic. You're going to block your intuition. You're going to block um your success if you keep if you keep staying on that negative thinking. Go for a walk. Why don't you try to go out barefoot, do some grounding, or you could shower with or take a bath in salted water, put some salt on it, say your prayers, and as you have the water um, um, splashing down your body, you think, you imagine that you are actually cleansing all those bad energies that's clinging onto you. Okay. um you, I would really advise you to do some grounding, because it's a this is the near future, and you're gonna be distracted if you keep, you know how it feels when you feel empty, you have a lot of things in mind, but you don't really know what you're thinking, and at the end of the day, you don't even know, you don't even have a plan, because you are your mind's too chaotic, and and then because you don't feel you don't feel um you don't feel great, you're not gonna do you it's gonna make you lazy, and it's gonna make you irresponsible, and you're just gonna say, oh, what the heck, and and that will be irresponsible to the point that when it's all gone, you're gonna be greedy, because suddenly you'll realize, oh, what the f, I don't have, where are my resources, where did they all go, because you're gonna be wasteful because you don't care, right? Do some grounding, cleanse your energy, and unblock your success. Okay, what else is coming in the near future for you, Virgo? Okay. So in the near future, we have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is a card of change. So something will, maybe after you realize, or and I hope you're not going to wait till you lose everything, or lose a lot till you do a swift change. But this could also be a card of someone traveling by air in the near future. Um, but oh my God, I'm sorry. You know what? I just realized this is the Eight of Wands in reverse. So scratch that. It's actually the opposite of what I just said. The the wands in the Eight of Wands in reverse actually means you won't be. It's you will be untrustworthy, and I don't know if there's going to be a theft happening, or someone can rob you of your ideas, because you're not yourself, and there's going to be delays if you keep doing this. See, we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse, and the Eight of Wands in reverse are not good cards. First off, this is a card of a blocked success, or blocked chakra, or blocked intuition. It's a card of being wasteful, a card of being distracted. And this one, the Eight of Wands in reverse, it's a card of delays and frustration. I would really, really do some grounding if I were you. Okay, so let's move on to the environment that's influencing this. Because maybe you need to do some change. What is it that you've been doing that you don't really feel a success, and it feels empty? So we have the King of Cups in the upright for what's influencing your situation right now. There's someone in your environment who's full of wisdom, calm, and balanced and generous. And that's probably why you feel empty, because you feel like you don't have what that person have. I think you do. It's just a matter of how you look at it. Like, instead of like, look at me. Even if I don't have, there's a huge difference between looking at the glass half empty and half full. To say, for example, um, you are so excited about, um, you saw something that you want to give your your kid, and you were hoping for this money, but then it didn't come. Now, instead of being so sad and looking at it as a loss, you you should be thankful that it's just that, and it's and your at least your kid is healthy and safe, right? And I mean, a lot of kids right now, um, especially in third world countries, they don't have anything to eat, and they have their moms um in pain looking at their kids sick and not being able to do about anything about it. You're still so lucky, just look at it that way. It's a matter of how you look at things. It's oops. And ooh, a lot of kings here. Major arcanas. Well, not yet. Well, we have the King of Wands as well, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. So this person, I don't know if you're comparing yourself, no, not really comparing, but I don't know if you're wanting to be that person or comparing yourself, not in a bad way, but wanting to be, maybe you're jealous of that person's life. Or wanting, wishing that you have that person's life. Because this person, you have someone in your environment who is a visionary, someone who you think is successful fast, and someone who is very strong, has strength, and it has power, the will, courage, and a good, and has good leadership skills. Also, there's someone in your environment right now who is conservative, or maybe it's the same person that that even though this person is pretty strong, this person is also, but this makes sense. This the Knight of Pentacles is a card of someone's dull. Possibly this person could be dull sometimes. Just because a person has good leadership skills doesn't mean that the person is perfect. But this person is responsible. There's someone in your environment right now who's responsible, and like what I've said, in your near future, if you keep staying in that energy of lack and emptiness right now, in the near future, you are going to experience jealousy, and you're going to be irresponsible. You won't be doing, you'll be forgetting your task, and then you're going to feel bad about yourself. You're going to feel bad about the things that you weren't able to do, and you start hating other people when it's really yourself that you hate. That's what usually happens when other people will remind us of our weaknesses, or of the things that we hate about ourselves. We tend to hate those people more, the other people more, because we don't want to. Who wants to hate themselves, right? But we have to face reality. If you don't want to keep experiencing or feeling that, then we have to do something about it. Okay. For your fears and hope, you are scared. You fear that you will be a failure as a leader, or you will fail to lead, or you're scared of being ineffective. You don't want to be mature. Those are your fears. You don't want to be weak or unreasonable or overbearing. But if you don't want to be overbearing, if you don't want any of those, then just smile. I mean, do some grounding. Know that everything is a reason. It is what it is. And know that God would never give us a challenge that we cannot conquer. And if He's giving us trials, even when we think that we don't deserve those hardships, believe me, you're gonna thank Him in the future. Because, like every athlete didn't just won those medals by just sitting around. They no pain, no gain. They went through a lot of hardships for that. So like there's a lot of bad things that happened to me in the past. And if I am given a chance to go back in the past and change something, I wouldn't change anything. I would still want to experience those bad things because I've learned a lot. I've really learned a lot. What else? What else are your hopes and fears? Okay. So, oh, you're fearing being more, you don't want to be, one of your fears is unhappiness and negativity, failure again. Why do you should, I used to, my weakness before, every time I am interviewed for a job, you know how they always ask what your weakness is, what your strength is. And I always, my weakness is always failure. I hate failure. It's a, no, and I realize after how many years that it's actually, wrong to think of failure as your weakness. Failure or mistakes actually help us become the better version of us. Again, depending on how you look at it. Mistakes are good because if we know our mistakes, then we would know what to improve. If we don't know our mistakes, if we keep closing our eyes to our mistakes, you're being ignorant and you will never learn, and you will stay where you are right now, or you will probably be like taking 2 steps forward and 3 steps backward. The strongest people will always face their fears, will always face their mistakes, and will always admit that they are not perfect and that they are wrong. That's very brave. That's a very brave thing to do when you admit that you are wrong, because it's not easy, and it takes courage to admit your mistakes. But it is what we need to improve. And smart people do that. What you're hoping for is the freedom to choose and to self-create again, and self-create, and you are hoping for new perspective, for external external limitation. You're wanting to be yourself again. And that's easy. Just stop being afraid. Look at kids. Kids are not afraid. The only things that kids are scared of is when their mom would tell them to go to sleep already and they're still having so much fun. And that's why kids don't have wrinkles, right? So for the final outcome, I know this is going to be a short reading today. It's just 30 minutes, 33 minutes. But my throat's hurting, and if you're not satisfied, if you have questions, you could always ask me, and I can give you a free reading tomorrow or later. I just need to rest my voice for a bit because I am feeling weak. For the final outcome, we have, ooh la la, you have the 10 of Pentacles. So see, as long as you do what I'm getting, which I know you're going to do, you are going to have a good final outcome. Everything into fruition and wisdom from all of your stages of life. You are going to learn from your mistakes, and it's going to be your legacy. It's going to be what you are going to share to other people, to your kids, that, that you're going to be celebrating and telling them that, I've learned from my mistakes, and you're going to tell them all that. It's a good story to tell. And it's for them to learn, they need to learn that. It's a good thing that others can learn from. And you're going to be celebrating with your family pretty soon. And and you're gonna feel secure again. You just probably need to shake up that um bad or negative energy in you. Do some grounding, just walk barefoot. You can visit me if you want. We can go swim in the beach. There's a beach here. Let's enjoy the place before I move out of here. And you're gonna have prosperity as well. The pinnacle of success. So that's a good card. What else on your final outcome? I think it's really just the Mercury retrograde and you being so negative. Because I mean, you've got the world card here. I don't know what reason you have to feel empty. Yeah, I've been feeling kind of off lately until I remembered like some YouTube tarot reader reminded me it's Mercury retrograde, and this is what it does. Another card for a final outcome, we have the Nine of Cups. It's a good card. It's a card of happiness, a card of compassion and trust in your intuition again. So you're gonna get yourself back. Mercury retrograde is going to end, of course, and you'll be high-minded, and you'll be optimistic again. I'll pull out one more card for your final outcome. Oops, it's too much. Okay. So what came out is the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So you're gonna experience that, but try to focus, okay? Because there's a possibility that you'll be careless, because that happens when we over celebrate, and we're like, oh, nothing's bad, that nothing bad is going to happen anymore, and then we get careless. Yeah, just try to focus. Even like play like a child, act like an adult, or think like an adult, because you don't want to be uninspired again, and that's a possibility if you don't focus. Okay, one more card. Spirit's telling me to pull out one more card, and that's it. But I wouldn't worry about your reading. You've got world card. Two of my best friends have the world card right now. I wish y'all have the. Well, I want the world card too. If I'm not gonna get the world card, I'll just stick by your asses, and I'll probably rob some of that success. Okay, and we have the Knight of Cups. So, the Knight of Cups is an expression of your creativity, with compassion and emotion. So, ooh la la, romantic, graceful, but vain and moody. Well, that is kind of you, and which is kind of me as well. You're probably, when you're an empath, you are sensitive. But the nice thing about us is um, we, what do you call this? Um, it's in a typical time when I'm tired, I can't think, and sometimes I can't even talk. So where was I? The nice thing about us, even if we're moody and even if we get overly sensitive sometimes, darn it, I cannot, we, my God, when you do something good to compensate for the bad things you do, we'll make it up. We make up, right? We make it up to them, and yeah, just try to be not try to be try to stay grounded. so you won't be moody. Okay, but I wouldn't worry about it, about all of these. You got a good card still, and all you need to do is to ground yourself. Okay, and remember who you are. You're a very strong person. Okay, and I mean, well, I don't have to say it. You know who you are. Okay. So that's it, and I hope you enjoy the reading. Bye.